What if I told you that while 73% of Americans over 70 require assistance with basic daily activities, only 23% of Japanese adults the same age face these limitations? Here's the statistic that will shock you. By age 85, the average American has lost 40% of their muscle mass and 50% of their balance ability. But Japanese adults practicing these 5 simple movements, they maintain 85% of their strength well into their 90s. Today, I'm revealing the exact movement patterns that Japanese researchers have studied for 3 decades, the same ones keeping their population independent, mobile, and strong when their Western peers are struggling with walkers and wheelchairs. These aren't complicated exercises, they don't require equipment, and they take just 15 minutes a day. But they could be the difference between maintaining your independence or losing it. Here's what your doctor probably hasn't told you about aging and muscle loss. The medical establishment treats muscle decline as inevitable. It's just part of getting older, they say. But here's what the science actually proves. A landmark 2019 study published in the Journal of Aging Research followed 2,400 Japanese adults for 15 years. Those practicing functional movement patterns maintained 85% of their muscle mass after age 80. Compare that to the typical Western approach where adults lose 8% of muscle mass per decade after 40. Dr. Hiroshi Shimokata from the National Institute for Longevity Sciences discovered something remarkable. It's not genetics keeping Japanese adults strong, it's movement philosophy. Western exercise isolates muscles in gyms with machines. Japanese methods integrate your entire body system through daily functional patterns. Research from Tokyo University proves these compounds movements activate 40% more muscle fibers than traditional gym exercises. Think about your biggest fear as you age. Is it falling and breaking a hip, losing the strength to carry groceries, needing help getting dressed or using the bathroom? Every single one of these concerns comes down to 3 things: muscle strength, balance, and flexibility. Today's exercises target all 3 simultaneously. The average adult begins losing balance ability at age 25, yes, 25, at a rate of 6% per year. By 65, you've lost nearly half your stability. But here's the incredible part. These Japanese movements can restore 30 to 40% of that lost balance in just 8 weeks of consistent practice. We're going to start with the foundation movement that determines whether you'll maintain bathroom independence or need assistance for the rest of your life. This is called the foundation squat, and here's why it might be the most important movement you'll ever learn. Harvard Medical School published research proving that squat strength at age 65 directly predicts independence at age 85. Think about that. This one movement pattern determines your future autonomy. 32% of adults over 75 require assistance using the toilet. 67% struggle getting out of low chairs or car seats. But those who can perform 10 bodyweight squats, only 3% face these limitations. Here's exactly how to perform the foundation squat. Stand with feet hip-width apart, toes slightly turned out. Place a sturdy chair directly behind you for security. Keep your chest proud and shoulders back. Lower yourself as if sitting in an invisible chair. Your knees track over your toes, never collapsing inward. Go only as low as comfortable. Even 6 inches of movement counts. Press through your heels to stand up. Squeeze your glutes at the top like you're cracking a walnut. That glute squeeze is what powers you upstairs and out of chairs. If this feels challenging, here's your starting point. Actually sit in the chair, then stand up without using your hands. Focus on the standing portion. That's where the strength builds. Start with 5 repetitions, add 1 more every other day. What not to do. Don't let your knees cave inward. These stresses your joints. Don't lean forward excessively. Keep that chest proud. Don't bounce at the bottom. Control is more important than speed. Ready for more challenge? Hold a water bottle in each hand for added resistance. Pause for 3 seconds at the bottom position. This builds the exact strength you need for getting off the toilet unassisted. Here's the science that will amaze you. This single movement activates over 200 muscles simultaneously. Your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, core, and even your upper back work together exactly like they do in real life. Japanese adults perform modified squats during traditional tea ceremonies. That's why their hip mobility and leg strength stay intact while their Western peers struggle with basic movements. Practice goal: 8 to 12 repetitions, building slowly over 2 weeks. Remember, consistency beats intensity every single time. Now we move to the exercise that could prevent your next fall. And when you hear these statistics, you'll understand why this is non-negotiable. Every 19 minutes, someone over 65 dies from a fall-related injury. 95% of hip fractures are caused by falls. But here's what most people don't know. These aren't random accidents. Falls happen because of something called proprioception loss, your body's ability to know where it is in space. The good news? This can be completely restored with one simple exercise. Japanese practitioners call this crane standing. It's been preventing falls for over 800 years, and now Western science proves exactly why it works. The Stability March setup. Position yourself behind a sturdy chair. Lightly touch the chair back with your fingertips. You're not hanging on, just maintaining contact for security. Stand tall with shoulders back and core engaged. Here's the movement. Lift your right knee toward your chest as if marching in place. Aim for hip height, but only go as high as you can while maintaining perfect balance. Hold this position for 5 seconds. Count out loud. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Lower slowly and with control. Repeat with your left leg. The magic happens in the standing leg. It's working overtime to keep you stable. Here's the detail doctors miss. It's not about how high you lift your knee. It's about the control and stability of your standing leg. That's where the real strength builds. Common mistakes. Don't grip the chair tightly. You want light fingertip contact. Don't rush the movement. Slow and controlled wins. Don't worry if you wobble. That's your balance system waking up. If balancing feels scary, hold the chair with both hands initially. Start with 2-second holds, building to 5 seconds over time. Lift your knee only as high as feels secure. Even a few inches work. Focus on standing as tall as possible on your supporting leg. Once you've mastered the basic version, try closing your eyes during the hold, but only if you feel completely secure. Attempt brief moments letting go of the chair. Hold for up to 10 seconds if your balance allows. Here's the research that will shock you. A study in the archives of physical medicine tracked 1,800 adults for 3 years. Those who practiced single-leg balance exercises reduced their fall risk by 67%. Think about what that means for your future. Instead of living in fear of falling, you can build the confidence to navigate stairs, uneven sidewalks, and slippery surfaces. This exercise strengthens your ankles, improves proprioception, and builds the deep core stability that keeps you upright when life throws you off balance. Practice goal: 5 holds each leg, building to 8 holds over 3 weeks. The improvement in your balance confidence will surprise you. Most people over 60 think they can't do push-ups anymore. They've accepted that upper body strength is gone forever. Japanese research proves this belief is not only wrong, it's dangerous. Here's why upper body strength determines your independence: opening jars, lifting groceries, getting up from the floor, pushing yourself out of bed. Lose this strength, and you lose your autonomy. A 2020 study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research made a breakthrough discovery. Wall push-ups activate the same muscle groups as floor push-ups, but you can adjust the intensity by simply changing your distance from the wall. The wall push-away setup. Stand arm's length from a wall. This is your starting distance. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height. Your hands should be slightly wider than your shoulders. Step back until your arms are fully extended. Critical form detail. Your body forms one straight line from head to heels. No bending at the hips, no sagging in the middle. Think of your body as a rigid plank that moves as one unit. The movement. Push the wall away by extending your arms fully. Your body moves back as one unit. Return to the starting position with control. Your chest should nearly touch the wall at the closest point. Here's the secret adjustment that changes everything. Closer to the wall equals easier. Further from the wall equals more challenging. Start where you can complete 8 to 10 repetitions with perfect form. Beginner modification. Stand very close to the wall, almost touching it with your nose. Focus on perfect form rather than number of repetitions. Even small movements build strength when done consistently. Standard version, arm's length from the wall, full range of motion, chest nearly touching the wall, 8 to 12 repetitions with controlled movement. Advanced version, step further back from the wall for increased difficulty. Try single arm wall push-ups using your other hand for light support. Add a pause at the closest position to the wall. Here's why these matters for your future. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that adults who maintain upper body pushing strength have 45% fewer injuries from falls. When you trip, your arms instinctively reach out to break your fall. Strong arms can be the difference between a bruise and a broken bone. The beautiful thing about this exercise is that it's completely joint-friendly, no stress on your wrists, elbows, or shoulders like floor push-ups, but all the strength-building benefits. Japanese longevity studies show that maintaining functional pushing strength correlates directly with independence in daily activities. This isn't just exercise, it's insurance for your future. Practice goal. Start with your appropriate distance from the wall, 8 to 12 repetitions. Progress by stepping slightly further back every week. Here's the movement that could take 10 years off your appearance and add 20 years to your spine health. Look around at people your age. Notice how many have developed that forward head posture, rounded shoulders, and compressed spine. That's not inevitable aging, that's preventable decline. The research is startling. Spinal rotation decreases by 50% between ages 55 and 75 in sedentary adults. But here's the incredible part. Japanese longevity research shows that maintaining spinal mobility correlates directly with overall life satisfaction and independence. The seated rotation setup. Sit tall in a sturdy chair with back support. Feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Imagine a string pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. This posture alone starts reversing years of spine compression. Cross your arms over your chest, hands resting on opposite shoulders. This arm position helps you feel the rotation through your entire torso. Keep your hips facing forward throughout the entire movement. The movement. Keeping your hips still, slowly rotate your torso to the right. Turn only as far as comfortable. No forcing or bouncing. Think of wringing out a towel with your spine. Return to center with control. Now rotate to the left with the same controlled movement. Your head follows your torso. Look where you're turning. Breathe normally throughout the entire movement. Here's the critical detail most people miss. Your hips stay completely still. All movement comes from your mid-back and thoracic spine. This is where you've lost the most mobility and where you can regain the most function. What not to do. Don't twist from your lower back. This can cause injury. Don't hold your breath. Oxygen feeds your muscles. Don't force the range of motion. Gentle progression wins. If crossing your arms feels restrictive, place one hand on your opposite knee. Use this hand placement to gently guide the rotation. Start with very small movements, building range over time. Even 15 degrees of rotation provides benefits. Ready for more challenge? Hold a light weight. Even a water bottle works. Pause for 3 seconds at each end position. This builds both mobility and strength simultaneously. Here's the science that will motivate you. This exercise can restore 30 to 40% of lost spinal rotation in just 8 weeks of consistent practice. A study published in the European Spine Journal followed 600 adults and found that those who maintained spinal mobility had 60% fewer back pain episodes. But here's what really matters. Spinal mobility affects everything. Your ability to look over your shoulder while driving, reach for items on high shelves, get dressed independently. It all comes back to spinal rotation. This movement combats the forward head posture and rounded shoulders that make you look years older than your actual age. You're not just exercising, you're restoring your body's natural alignment. Practice goal. 8 rotations each direction, focusing on smooth, controlled movement. Your spine will thank you for decades to come. This final exercise might look simple, but it's preventing thousands of falls across Japan every year. It's also the same test neurologists use to assess the connection between your brain and body. Here's what most people don't realize. Balance isn't just about leg strength, it's about the rapid-fire communication between your brain, inner ear, eyes, and muscles. This exercise sharpens all those connections simultaneously. The statistics are sobering. Dynamic balance, your ability to maintain stability while moving, declines 6% per year after age 60. By age 80, you've lost nearly half your ability to navigate uneven surfaces, stairs, or crowded spaces safely. But research from the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute shows that heel-to-toe walking can improve balance confidence by 45% in just 6 weeks. That's the difference between fear and freedom. The heel-toe balance line setup: position yourself next to a wall or counter for safety support. You're not leaning on it, it's there for security if you need it. Stand tall with shoulders back and core engaged. Pick a point about 10 feet ahead to focus on, not down at your feet. The movement: place your right foot directly in front of your left. Your right heel should touch your left toe, heel to toe. Take a step forward, placing your left heel against your right toe. Continue for 10 steps, maintaining an imaginary straight line. Here's the balance secret: it's completely normal to wobble. That wobbling is actually your balance system working, making micro adjustments to keep you upright. Don't fight it, embrace it. Critical technique points. Light fingertip contact with the wall provides security without dependence. Keep your eyes focused ahead, not down at your feet. Take your time. There's no prize for speed. If you step off the line, simply reset and continue. If this feels too challenging initially, walk along an actual line on the floor. Use masking tape to create one. Keep one hand on the wall for the entire exercise. Start with just 5 steps, building to 10 over time. Focus on the heel-toe connection rather than perfect balance. Building confidence. Use light fingertip contact with the wall. 10 steps forward, turn around carefully, 10 steps back. Challenge yourself with brief moments of no wall contact. Practice daily. Consistency builds neural pathways. Only attempt this when you've mastered the basic version. Try 3 to 5 steps with eyes closed. Maintain wall contact for safety. Attempt longer sequences without touching the wall. Practice on different surfaces once you're confident. Here's why this exercise is so powerful. It's training the exact neural pathways you use to navigate stairs, curbs, uneven sidewalks, and crowded spaces. Every step is building the confidence that keeps you active and independent. Think about the places you've started avoiding because you're worried about falling. The hiking trails, the busy shopping areas, the stairs without handrails. This exercise is your path back to those activities. Japanese research shows that adults who maintain dynamic balance stay socially active 300% longer than those who lose this ability. You're not just exercising, you're preserving your social life and independence. Practice goal: 10 steps forward and back daily. Your balance confidence will improve dramatically within just 2 weeks.